Hi everyone, good morning and welcome to day 82 of Getting Lean. I'm gonna do a what I eat in a day video. So I'm gonna center today's Getting Lean video around what I eat and go into a little bit more depth than I normally do. I got a request for that, so shout out to whoever asked for that. It's a Saturday. I woke up around 9 a.m. and I think it's around 10 or 11 a.m. right now. Just been hanging out. I don't really have any plans for the day yet. I don't really know what I'm gonna get into. So as of right now, I just woke up. I'm drinking some spring water, and I just made a cup of coffee. So that's usually what I start my mornings with, is spring water and a cup of coffee. This is a pretty big cup, so realistically 2 standard cups of coffee. So I usually don't eat anything for the first 4 hours to 6 hours of the day, depending on how long I feel like fasting and my workout schedule and stuff like that. I do like to push my first meal back as far as possible. That way I have more room later in the day to eat food. I don't like eating a large meal too late though, because it screws my sleep up. So somewhere in that medium range. I always find fasting for 4 hours is pretty easy. 6 hours, it's doable, but somewhere between that 4 and 6 hours, range is where I like to be. So besides the coffee, I'll show you guys the supplements I take in the morning. I take vitamin C. I take 3 1,000 milligram time-release capsules. There's a interesting article and researcher, Linus Pauling, who did research on vitamin C, and he found out that there's only, I think, 3 mammals that don't produce their own vitamin C endogenously, and those are guinea pigs, humans, and fruit bats. And coincidentally, those 3 animal species or mammal species are the only 3 mammal species that get heart disease, are guinea pigs, fruit bats, and humans. So he advises, since we don't produce our own vitamin C internally, like for example, I think goats produce 10 or 20,000 milligrams of vitamin C internally. He advises, because humans don't do that, to take it externally as a supplement. The problem is vitamin C has a really short half-life of like 30 minutes or something like that. And so if you just take vitamin C that's not time released, it'll be out of your system very quickly. And Linus Pauling recommended you have 750 milligrams circulating in your body at all times, because the vitamin C helps with collagen synthesization. I don't know if that's a word. Synthesization, and helps repair artery walls instead of LDL or low density lipoproteins. So it's a lot of scientific stuff, but at the to summarize it, vitamin C is important because humans, I think, used to produce it internally a while ago, but we had a mutation and now we don't. And so it's important to prevent heart disease and synthesize collagen, have healthy skin, and it boosts your immune system. So I think one of the most important supplements you can take on a daily basis is vitamin C. Not just when you're sick, but every single day. Get the time-released version, and I take 3 1,000 milligram pills 3 times a day, so 9,000 milligrams total per day. Sometimes I miss that middle dose, but I always do at least 2 doses. And vitamin C is water soluble. So certain vitamins, if you take a lot of them, they're fat soluble and they'll build up in your system and they'll become toxic. Vitamin C is not one of those supplements. Vitamin C is water soluble, and so if you take a lot of it, you're just going to urinate it out and it won't build up and become toxic in your system. So anyways, do your own research on vitamin C, but it's a powerful supplement. I also start the day with vitamin D. I'm not going to go into depth on vitamin D, but I usually take anywhere from 2 to 6,000 milligrams a day, especially during the winter when I'm not getting a lot of sun. Vitamin D is extremely important. Immune system, etc. Hormone production, all that kind of stuff. Another supplement I take is 200 milligrams of L-theanine. I like pairing L-theanine with coffee because it smooths out the jitters of coffee. It just smooths out the jitters of caffeine in general. So if you like the benefits of coffee, but you find coffee makes you a little bit jittery, take L-theanine. Usually the recommended dose is 200 milligrams per 100 milligram of caffeine. So technically I should be taking 400 milligrams, but I usually just take 200, and it really smooths out the energy of coffee. And then the last one, I'm not going to take this today, but I'll take L-tyrosine sometimes if I need extra focus. It's a central nervous system and dopamine support supplement. It's in a lot of the modern pre-workouts on the market, like Gorilla Mode and stuff like that. It's a really great supplement for dopamine neuro enhancement. I think it's a precursor to dopamine, so it supplies your brain with the right ingredients to help produce dopamine. So great supplement. I don't take it every day, but I do sometimes. So that's how I start my morning, is coffee, supplements, spring water, and I'm probably going to hit the gym in a little bit. Since I'm already having this coffee, I'm not going to be taking caffeine pre-workout. I will show you the pre-workout that I will take before I hit the gym. And pre-workout is not necessary. I think it's lower on my list of supplements I would recommend, because you get a great workout without pre-workout. It's just fun, I guess, to have the pre-workout. But I would not recommend. I mean, the pre-workouts on the market today are so expensive. They're like $50. And most of the pre-workouts are garbage that you buy. The only pre-workout I would recommend is Gorilla Mode. But this is the stimulant-free version of Gorilla Mode, so Gorilla Mode Nitric, and they don't have any caffeine or stimulants in here, obviously. And so this is probably one of my favorite products by them, because a lot of times I'm working out at night and I don't have, I don't want to get any caffeine before I go to sleep. So this stuff right here is great because it's caffeine free. So I can take it at night and it gives you great pumps. So anyways, that's kind of how I start my day. So I'm going to, hang out and hit the gym, and I'll show you guys the rest of the full day of eating later in the day. All right, hi everyone. Just got back from the gym. About to cook up the first meal of the day. It's about 1 p.m. So since I woke up at 9, been fasting for about 4 hours. And first meal of the day is going to be a strip steak, a sweet potato, and I'm going to cook the steak in a little bit of butter. So apparently, I just looked this up. Strip steaks are about 500 to 600 calories per pound. This is about 0.75 pounds. And so I would estimate this is about 400 to 500 calories right here. Gonna do 2 tablespoons of butter as well, which I probably won't eat all the butter just because some of it, gets left in the pan and stuff like that. So not too worried about that. And then the sweet potato, I would say this is probably 250 to 300 calories right here. And as far as seasonings go, I only seasoned my steak with salt just to make sure I just think it tastes better like that. If I season it with garlic and black pepper, it just gets burnt. So I think the best way to season steak is honestly salt. Gonna cook, like I said, cook that in 2 tablespoons of butter. As far as the sweet potato, I'm gonna season that with garlic powder, paprika, and black pepper, as well as salt. And then I'll also use some of this coconut oil spray just to get the seasonings to stick better. If I was going higher in calories, I would use extra virgin olive oil, but coconut oil is a little bit less calories. So anyways, about to cook this up. I do the sweet potato in the air fryer. As you can see, I got an air fryer right here. So usually put it on 400 degrees, 8 minutes, stir it around 8 more minutes, and then it usually comes out pretty good. So anyways, about to cook up this first meal, and I'll show you what the result looks like. All right, just got done cooking. And here's the final result. So I got the strip steak right here. It's kind of hard to see. I don't want to spill everything everywhere. Overcooked it a little bit. Strip steaks tend to cook faster than ribeyes, and so overcooked it a tiny bit. It's probably like well done, and I usually like medium rare, so definitely overcooked it a little bit, but I don't care because it's still nutritious. So got that, and then I got the sweet potato right here, sweet potatoes, and I got some sriracha sauce right there. So this meal right here, probably like 800 calories, I would guesstimate, probably around 800-900, something like that. Absolutely delicious meal, got a lot of nutrition in here. First meal of the day. I'm super excited to eat this. So yeah, that's the first meal, post-workout meal. Got a decent amount of protein, got some good carbs, got some good fats. Doesn't get much better than this on a Saturday afternoon. So about to eat this, and I'll show you guys the rest of the full day of eating later today. All right, it's about 6 p.m. and I'm about to cook up the last meal of the day. Just been hanging out, not really doing much, but about to have the last meal of the day. So we got 5 organic pasture-raised eggs, 80 calories each. So that's about 400 calories. I also got 1 piece of salmon here that I'm gonna cook up in the air fryer. That's gonna be about 200 calories. And I'm gonna season that with salt, lemon pepper, paprika. I'm gonna have 2 bananas, 200 calories, and then I'm gonna have 5 of these corn tortillas, which are 80 calories for 2 of them. So that's 200 calories. So 200, 400, that's 600, 700, 800, 900, about 1,000 calories here. And as you can tell, it's a healthy food. The only thing that might be a little bit processed are these corn tortillas, but they're not really that bad. So in a perfect world, I would swap these out for sweet potatoes or some more fruit, but I mean, they're not really that bad, so I'm gonna eat them. So that's going to be the last meal of the day, right around 1,000 calories. All right, just got finished cooking up the last meal of the day, and I think it turned out pretty good. So I'll show you what we got. I got this piece of salmon. Doesn't look too appetizing, so I had to cut it in half to make sure it was all the way cooked. I don't have a thermometer, but I think it turned out pretty well. We also got the 5 eggs and the corn tortillas. I already ate 1 corn tortilla because it was crispy and it tasted like a chip. So I got some hot sauce on there as well. And then I got the 2 bananas. So just to reiterate and go over this again, 2 bananas, about 200 calories, 1 piece of salmon with some olive oil, 200, 250-ish. Got 5 extra large eggs at 80 calories each, 5 of them, so that's 400, plus the corn tortillas, 40 calories each, 5 of them, that's 200. So about 1,000-ish calories. About 1,000 calories or so, and that brings me to around 1,900 to 2,000 for the day, somewhere around in there, somewhere in that 1,900 to 2,000 range. So yeah, I think overall today was a good full day. Dude, I'm looking a lot more muscular for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I worked out today or what, but I think it's honestly just because I'm getting leaner, and the leaner you get, as long as you maintain the amount of muscle that you have, you actually look bigger muscle-wise. So if you maintain all your muscle but cut 10 pounds of fat, your muscle is going to look way more impressive when you're leaner. So I think I've done a pretty good job of maintaining my muscle throughout this entire cut. Maybe lost a tiny bit, but I think the real secret is just maintain. And I think I've done a good job of that, and I'm starting to look a lot more jacked just because I'm getting leaner. So I can't imagine what another 5 to 10 pounds of fat loss is going to do. I think it's gonna look pretty impressive. So, anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So as far as today's full day of eating, I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you to the person that commented in the last video asking for a full day of eating to actually show it in more detail. I think that was a great idea. I was just kind of getting lazy with the videos previously. I'm definitely not going to go into as much detail in later videos, not all of them anyway. I might do different themes from now on. Not every video, but if I'm traveling, I'll do getting lean while traveling, or what I eat in a day while I'm traveling, or maybe I'll do what I eat in a day for a maintenance day, or stuff like that. So I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But overall, today it was a Saturday, and I didn't have a lot to do. I didn't have any work I had to get done, and I really just hung out in my apartment and didn't do much besides screw around on the internet. And so I was able to cook all my food, and so that was a huge advantage. If you're traveling, you're busy, you got to do a 9-to-5 job, you got college, you got high school, you got sports, whatever. It makes it a lot more challenging to stick to your diet. If you've ever tried to maintain a diet while you're traveling somewhere for work, or you got to go to high school practice for whatever sport you play, or you got a finals coming up, it's a huge pain. And so if you're able to stay at home throughout the day, it just makes dieting so much easier, because you can cook your own food and you know exactly what you're getting. It's harder to know what you're getting when you're going out to eat and all that stuff. Definitely still possible, but so this was kind of like an ideal day where I stayed at home all day, and I was able to really make sure I got the right nutrition. I ate pretty clean today. The only thing missing was some vegetables from the diet today. Well, I guess sweet potatoes are technically a vegetable, but ideally I would add in some carrots and stuff like that. So yeah, that's the full day of eating for today. Like I said, ended up around that 1,900 to 2,000 calories. It's about 6 p.m. right now on Saturday night, and I'm super bored. I don't have anything to do. I don't have any friends to hang out with. So what I'm going to do is go to New York City and get some steps in, because why not? So I'm going to drive down to New York City, get some steps in, probably walk the Brooklyn Bridge, maybe go down to Pier 35, and just get some exercise in, because otherwise I'm just going to be sitting here on the internet all night, and that's not very productive. So I'm going to finish this meal, go get those steps in, and I'll probably shoot a couple shorter videos just showing the scenery and stuff like that. So I will see you later today. Pier 35, where the swings are, and look at this view. It's one of my favorite spots in New York. It's super crowded in the summer, and it's almost impossible to get one of these swings, but it's middle of January right now. It's pretty, like 30 degrees out, 25 degrees out. There's literally no one else out here on a Saturday night. So it makes it a pretty special place to relax. All right, so I made it back from New York. I just went there to get some extra steps in and get a change of scenery. And I spent around $12 total in subway fees, but I think it was worth it to have a cool view while I was getting some extra steps in. I could have just gone on a couple-hour walk around here in my hometown, but I think it's more fun to go to downtown. So in total, I got 12,000 steps in for today, so that's really good compared to what my average normally is. So I'm happy about that, and not super hungry. I definitely have more of an empty stomach, and I'm about to go to sleep. So I would say it's a overall successful day of eating. I'm not starving when I'm going to sleep right now. So I think I hit a decent deficit, 4 or 5, at least I would say at least 500 to 600 calorie deficit today. So that was the full day of eating, and hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and hopefully it was interesting, more of an interesting watch with more of the detail about the food. I think I ended the day at around 130, 140 grams of protein, so pretty good, honestly. My goal is to hit 0.82 per pound of 0.82 per pound of body weight. 0.82 times body weight is a good measurement for what protein number you need to hit. So I was a little bit over that for today, but I felt great. So anyways, I'm about to go to sleep. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.